make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Hey, hey, here we go, G.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
6 minutes.
Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch 14.
Here's Carson. A second pin has fallen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, this from 34. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. First down, Saints.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They go play action. Bridgewater. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing is Wilson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And Jennings has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
10 yards on the pickup.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
52.
Penny, a first down carry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gary Jennings with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Bridgewater. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. Put your money. Put your money. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Bridgewater. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. They'll try and run with Murray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the Saints first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 54. 65.
Bridgewater to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and goal, New Orleans.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Wilson. Called in left side here by Jennings. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Bridgewater. And And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Check. Hey, 50.
First throw now for the backup Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Got it.
He'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage?
And the pressure gets to him again. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Good job right there.
From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
I smell fear.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Watch twins.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
16 yards.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Seahawks 24, Saints 6. Michael Vincent to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead for fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Bridgewater on fourth down. He'll let it fly in the direction again. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now Rashad Penny. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They're running it. Deuce. All go special. All go special. Hey, guys, listen.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Ginn. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Out. 3 down. 80 weapon. He's checking. Crash.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Mike 50. Right here. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. I'm coming.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They run it again with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And it brings up 3rd down.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Seahawks,